is now the gateway to the bell.
Swing and get up, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Home
The
run!
game is over. The series is over. The wait is over.
What's a happening, nerds? This is John nerding out with cards, and similar to Ozzie Smith cards coming in for my Yadi Gold run, I'm just going to go ahead and do a separate video for that. Just kind of give like updated progress, so to speak. That way, it's kind of got its own like dedicated video for the playlist that I've developed for this. Because when it's complete, I think it's going to be awesome to kind of like look back at just the origins and the whole story and whatnot behind it. So with that being said, I'm going to show basically all the Yachty cards that I've acquired since my last like dedicated Yadi Gold video. But first, one of the things I want to show off is I've showed like cards that have like where I put pictures with it, and things like that. Because there's been moments where I think things I've seen, things I've done, tie in with cards and my collecting and things like that. And well, Yadier Molina and his Gold Glove is honestly no different. But rather than putting a picture with a card, I'm putting a picture with a collection. And so this picture right here, and I had it printed off, standard baseball card size, is this picture of me holding Yadier Molina's Gold Glove. It's his 2015 Gold Glove, because this is when I attended the Cardinals winter warm-up January of 2016. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool to print this off and put it in the binder with all of my Yadi Gold cards. So, but I'm going to show the cards I picked up. One of them kind of elicits like a thought process and everything like that, and then I'll kind of go on from there. But first, it's this 2007 Topps Gold. It's got Yadi and Pujols, classic combos. And now, while this is not a World Series card per se, but you can clearly see that this picture was taken during the 2006 World Series because of the patch on the side of Pujols' cap. So I thought that was really cool. Here's the back. Not a whole lot to that. It's just got their 06 stats on it. But the imagery is sweet. Now this card right here, this card is stupid. It's his 2010 All-Star Topps Gold card. And I'll get into why this is stupid. Right? So it was from the update set. And so you're thinking, okay, it's a 2010 card. So there should be 2010 copies, right? But that is not the case. I had seen one on eBay a good while back when I first started this collection, and they wanted like $400 something for it, and I was like, that dude is on drugs, you know. And so then there's this Facebook group I'm on, and I tried throwing out a card to like trade for it or something, kind of like get one out because they're just never on eBay. And so then when I did that, there was this one guy, he was just like, hey man, that card that you're looking for is difficult to find. And so then he explains it to me. There was something with Topps in 2010, and there's a number of known cards that the gold variants were not actually printed to the year. Now, while the back of the card says out of 2010, they didn't make all of them. It's like, and I looked it up after he was telling me about this. There's like 5 cards or something like that they did not manufacture the entire 2010 print run of them. And as a matter of fact, there's nothing official from Topps, but it is the belief, um, at least what's out there, right, that there's only 20 possibly copies of this card made. And so lo and behold, a couple had popped up on the eBay, and now having a real world perspective of this card, I went ahead and went after one. Went back and forth with the seller and got them to come down on the price, I would say considerably, and somewhat in my comfort zone. But at the same time, like if I am wanting to complete this set, this run, this collection that I'm going for, it's just like put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? So went ahead and got it. But here's the thing: like one of the and before I continue on with more cards, it's like there's more scarce variants of all these Yachty cards. Now, I am unsure of like the All Star cards, the cameo cards, the team cards, postseason cards, and all those things. If there's like a Topps Chrome uh, version of it, and then we know with Topps Chrome, there's the reds, the blacks, the golds, which at some point in time shifted to a print run of 50. Uh, but with my collection, it was, it's printed to the year. And so what that does is it brings down the cost of the card considerably compared to like the gold refractor variant, right? And now while that's cool to say like, oh, look at like all these 250 cards that I have, it's a much more like um, awe-inspiring collections, so to speak. But there's a lot of Yachty collectors out there, and like it's kind of cool to know like, hey, this collection I'm building, like, there's a possibility that like over 2,000 people can collect this same collection, right? It's the low pop doesn't appeal to me as much, and then the just the gold. You've heard me say it. It's just like I love the gold because of his Gold Glove defense. That's why you go back to this picture. Absolutely love Yadier Molina's Gold Glove defense. So it's actually quite disappointing to know that there's this card. And like I said, hopefully everything I said makes sense. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, like definitively, like the gold refractors, that's very expensive to pursue. Every single card is a triple digit card, and I'm just simply not going to go there. Um, but this is so much fun for me. Well, now this card, knowing the story behind it, it's kind of funny. More people can build the gold refractor run than can build the paper gold run, because if there's only 20 of these, it's pretty wild. But it really kind of sucks because I know there's a lot of Yachty collectors that would love to collect Yachty in some way, and how many of them end up deciding, oh, hey, this is a way I could do it, similar to I did, and then as they're collecting, similar to me, find out about this card, and then it either derails, alters, prevents them from collecting the way that they were hoping to. Is quite a bummer. Now, you could say like, "Oh man, you have an SSP uh, Yadier Molina Topps Gold card. Isn't that cool?" And it can be, um, depending on how you look at it, right? Just not the way I look at it. I've been collecting, cards that include Yachty on it, and so the next three are that, you know. And I thought about this one. I waffled on it for a long time, but went ahead and just said screw it for $2 after shipping. So it's this Justin Turner 2017 Topps All Star card, and you can clearly see Yachty's right there. I'd have to go back and look at the highlights, but that All Star game, Yadier Molina hit a home run, and I wonder if this image was when Yachty got done running the bases from the home run. I gotta go look at that. That'd be really cool. This one's really funny. So that card show that I referenced that I went to about a week ago, Michael, running Redbirds, busted out this card and said, "Hey, I watch your channel, and I noticed you haven't showed this." And I honestly, this wasn't even on my checklist. I was, for some reason, unfamiliar with this card, or I didn't think about it, whatever. But clearly, Yachty's right there. This is from Game 5 of the 2011 NLDS when Chris Carpenter outdueled Roy Halladay. to send the Cardinals on to the NLCS. So that's really cool because I had the Game 6 to 2011 NLCS card, and now there's that, and then there's this. Got this one in, and this is the Game 6 2011 World Series David Freese card. But obviously, you can see who's right there, and that's Yadi from this absolutely amazing moment. But it's really cool with these three cards. That tremendous postseason run by the Cardinals, because of Yadi's cameo appearances on a couple on those three cards. I'm able to also have that within this Yadi Gold collection, right? So I thought that was badass. Um, Last time I showed the binder, and I'm not going to go through the binder wholly, but one of the things I did was I got a new binder for it. And so the reason for that is, one is yellow because I guess that's kind of gold. I don't know. But, so here's my checklist, and I had to add right in those five more cards. But this is just my top loaded Yachty Gold collection that I'm going to have in here. So for the time being, I've separated this out from my other Yachty cards in that binder. See how I like it. I may keep it this way. I might put it all back together. I don't know. I have thought about, uh, when this collection's complete, one of the things that I would love to do is to be able to meet Yadier Molina, similar to how I met Ozzie Smith, and get a picture with him and my gold collection. I know he was at the show in St. Louis back in October, and so it'd be really sweet, like if he's there again. And I know he was super pricey, but I'll be dumb enough to pay it if I can. But not so much for the autograph, but just to meet Yadier Molina and get a picture with my Topps Gold collection. So, um, as you can see, this video's gone on as long as it did. So I figured it's worth its own video. And then when I do my video with Adam at the end of the month, I won't bog it down with my Yachty Gold cards. But this is how I'm nerding out, and y'all nerd your own way.